Hello and welcome to Beth Yeshua, House of the Risen Sun. My name is Ivan Schumann and I am going to be your instructor today in how to blow a shofar. Okay, so we're going to start by first getting a little bit familiar with the different types of horns that are available, and I have just two for examples right now. The one that we're going to learn how to play today is the KUDU. This is the largest of the horns available. Right, and we also have the ram's horn, okay? But we're going to be playing the KUDU today. So one of the things that I always try to teach my students is that we need to start off by doing a quick prayer in honoring the Lord in listening to the shofar, all right? So I'm going to be posting this on the screen briefly, and again, we should always be saying these things or pronouncing the shofar blessing before we actually begin our practice with the shofar. So here we go. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kidshanu b'mitzvotah v'tzivanu le'moah kol shofar. And what that means is, blessed are thou, Lord our God, Master of the universe, who sanctified us with his commandments and commands us to hear the sound of the shofar. Okay? Now, the main start as far as getting used to and familiar with the blowing the shofar is that we're going to start by practicing a what they call an embouchure, so that we can have a consistent way of blowing the shofar, right? So what is an embouchure? The embouchure is a formation of the lips and supporting muscles of the face that is required to play the shofar, okay? So some basic requirements to blow the shofar and create an embouchure as follows. First is to provide a stable connection with the mouthpiece that's at the end, right? So we're going to have a stable connection with the mouthpiece of the shofar. Next, it's to direct and control the wind velocity that is going through the shofar. Following, you'll have is to provide a supple aperture, so basically an opening that's enough to allow the wind to travel through, and yet close enough to facilitate vibration. So I'm going to show you these techniques right now, and on it you'll have these pictures, these different pictures that you'll see on the screen right now that you need to follow, all right? And then lastly is to form the lips into what they call reeds, so just stretching them out or taunt them as to create a vibration, okay? So what we're going to do now is first start off by showing you the first picture is to create what they call the red, okay? Hide the red, which is this picture, right? And you're going to hide the red. Next, you're going to create a seal, okay? Right after that, you're going to create an aperture and tautness of the lips, okay? Next, you're going to wet the tip of your lips, and then you're going to inhale and blow. And hopefully we'll be able to get a final description of this as far as what needs to be done. So let's just take this and practice. So we're going to take the shofar and do our prayer, right? And glorify the Lord. Now, what we're going to do is put the shofar to our lips. First putting out our lips in red, like so. Then setting it like so. Next, we're going to stretch out our lips like so. Get our lips set, and then whip the tip of the of your lips, and then take a deep breath and blow. And that is how you blow the shofar.
Hi, I'm I'm Rabbi David Barsky from Beth Yeshua, House of the Risen Son, where Jew and Gentile are truly one Messiah.
Here in the house of the Risen Son, our Lord.
We are a multi-ethnic congregation filled with love for God and each other. Being obedient to God's Word, we meet on Saturday morning to celebrate Shabbat. Our service is a joyful expression of our faith with uplifting praise and worship, a brief reading from the Torah, and a timely message from the rabbi. We love it when the Spirit of God falls on the congregation and you can literally feel the anointing. Our desire is that you leave the sanctuary changed, filled better than when you came in. We gather on Wednesday evening for Bible study, Friday evening for prayer, and Saturday morning before the Shabbat service for totally tasty Torah, an in-depth look at the weekly Torah reading. Rebbetzin Jackie Barsky leads our prayer warriors as well as our monthly sisterhood meeting, Bagels and Blessings. We observe all the biblical feasts. One of the highlights is Passover, when we join with First Baptist Fort Lauderdale to present our annual Community Passover Seder. Please come visit. Let us welcome you to our family. God bless.
We've gathered to worship here in the house of the Risen Son.